Ah, Max, just the man.
Morning, David. What can I do for you?
Well, it's really more a matter of what we can do for each other, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I think it's about time we put our heads together again and see if we can't do something about these infidels at number 5.
Children of a lesser god, eh?
Exactly. I'm proposing to call another emergency meeting of the residents for this evening.
That might be a bit trickier. Things are going to be pretty hectic for me today, I'm afraid.
What? You mean you won't come?
David, I've got 1,001 things to do. I'm trying to open a restaurant, and... Well, surely you don't need all the residents there.
Max, if we're ever going to drive these idolaters from our midst, we need to stick together and present a united front. And if people can't even be bothered to come to meetings anymore...
Yeah, all right. What time?
8 o'clock.
At the bungalow?
Well, I was rather hoping that we could meet here again.
Out of the question.
Well, there just isn't room in the bungalow, Max.
David, I appreciate that, but Patricia just won't entertain the idea, especially after the mess that everybody left last time. And, well, besides, she's already got wind of your meeting from Jean. They've arranged to go to the cinema tonight. Said something about boycotting the meeting.
Oh, who needs them anyway? We get far more business done without those who nattering on about knitting bands, etc. Look, come on, Max, this is important.
David, I know, but Patricia said...
Well, surely you're your own man.
No.
Look, I'm the chairman, and I promise you there'll be no mess, and I'll ensure that business is brisk. You've got to agree we must band together and do something about these squatters.
All right, I give in. But 1 hour tops, and there'll be no refreshments and no mess. My life is at stake here.
Good man, didn't doubt you for a second. Oh, by the way, I'm relying on you to make sure that Barry Grant comes along this evening.
Barry? Why me?
Well, you're his partner, Max, will listen to you. As the new owner of number 5, we really need him there.
Very well, I'll do my best.
Good, I could count on your support.
Hiya.
Morning.
Oh, that's all I need.
Right, well, I'll leave you to it. See you later.
I'm sorry, but Josh needs a changing.
Sorry.
Well, I'm not usually late, you know.
For what?
For me cleaning appointments.
I'm sorry, you've lost me.
Well, now you've got rid of that gobby mare from the pizza parlour, I thought we could make this my regular time.
All right. Yeah, you know, I think there might be a bit of a problem now.
Monday's not good for you and Pat.
What, Mondays? No, Monday's fine. It's just...
Oh, you're worried about me changing my routine, aren't you? Well, don't you worry yourself, Max. Mondays round here is fine by me. I do the club all the mornings, and I like to keep my afternoons free for this one.
Yes, I know.
Great. Settle then. You don't mind me bringing Josh, do you?
No.
We'll talk about you paying me bus fare another time. I don't want to make you late for work now. Bye.
Shouldn't your Jimmy be the one asking me to do this?
Couldn't bring himself to ask him. You know how proud he is.
Oh, yeah, dead proud. He's been walking around like a tramp for the last 2 months. Sorry.
You're right. He is a tramp. Thieving, lying tramp. But I still haven't given up on him. I can't. I'm his only hope. He's back in court on Friday for the sentencing. He's convinced they'll lock him up.
I still reckon I'd be off my head, speaking up for him to his probation officer. I mean, I know what he's been up to, Jackie. Maybe it's best if he gets banged away. Best for him. Best for all of us.
They'll kill him. Won't be able to handle it. He's too old. You've been inside those places. You know what they're like. I know he's been a divvy. And I know he's robbed from you. But please, speak up for him. You're his last chance.
I haven't got time to be running around after Jimmy. I'm run off my feet as it is, Jack.
All you have to do is pick up the phone and speak to his probation officer. Just tell him you'll give Jimmy a reference. You've supported him this far. We both have. Don't give up on him now, eh?
All right, I'll have a word. I'll tell him if Jimmy doesn't get banged away, there's still a job here for him.
I appreciate it.
This is his last chance, though, Jackie. I mean it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's his last chance, all right.
You and only you can make the bright sunshine come into my life. You are my world, my everything, the one and only man who can make my dreams come true.
Good morning.
Oh, my God. You frightened the life out of me then. Didn't realise there was anyone else in.
Obviously not.
Just tidying things away.
I was having a lie-in. It's my day off.
Oh, I'm sorry. The hoovering didn't wake you, did it?
It wasn't the hoovering.
You what?
Never mind. I had to get up anyway. There are a few things I need to sort out. I'm moving into my own place tomorrow.
Oh, really? That's great.
It's just a small flat, but it's a start.
Oh, hey, I'll do that. I was just about to do his lordship's bottle, so I'll make us a pot of tea while I'm at it.
Really? There's
Hey,
no need.
it's your day off. You go and sit down. I know what it's like stuck behind a counter all day. You don't be giving yourself varicose veins now, do you?
Well, if you put it like that.
Hey, you put the telly on as well. Max won't be back for a while. We can watch Richard and Judy with our 11sies, and you can tell me all about this new flat of yours.
I don't like leaving you on your own.
Don't worry, love. It's not on his own.
Come on, you get off. You're going to be late.
You sure you'll be all right?
I'll be fine.
He's in good hands with me, Maz. I'll look after him.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Hey, don't be daft. Go on, see you later.
OK, but straight upstairs and put your feet up. You're supposed to be taking it easy.
All right, bye.
Bye. Hi, Max.
Hello.
Oh, God. It's Mad Max.
Carol, hello. Mick, how are you feeling?
Still a bit sore, Maxie, but I'm coping, you know.
Glad to hear it. Carol, about last Friday.
Yeah, I know. I knew this was going to happen. You're going to give me the elbow, aren't you?
Well,
And I can't say I blame you.
I
mean, how are you to know the sort of day I had last Friday? I tell you, I wouldn't wish my luck on anyone. First, that flaming gas leak in the flat. The water heater's knackered, do you reckon? I mean, how am I supposed to afford a new water heater? Not that I should worry you. It's nothing to do with you. Then I've got all Gary's school on the phone. They want to see me right away. I didn't even have the taxi fare. I waited ages for a bus. Now, there's this fella here.
Mick, me?
Yeah. How could you let him down, eh? He can barely go to the toilet by himself at the moment. 2 kids to look after and a business to run. Not easy being a single parent, is it, Mick?
She's right, you know, Maxie. I don't know how I'm mad sometimes, you know.
It must be quite a struggle.
Still, at least I managed to get out in the evening and raise some funds for the footy team. I like helping other people. Takes me mind off my own problems.
Well, where's someone worse off than yourself, eh, Max?
Yes, quite.
And you and your Pat were so kind to me in the first place, giving me a chance to keep my head above water. But if you want to give me the bullet, no hard feelings.
The bullet? No, of course not. The furthest thing from my mind. In fact, things are so difficult, I was thinking in terms of a wage increase, say, 50p an hour.
Hey, thanks very much.
Don't mention it. So, we'll see you, say, tomorrow, and you won't let us down again.
No problem. I'll be there first thing. Oh, and Max, thanks. I really appreciate it.
Bye.
Hey, that Richard's all right, isn't he? Bit of a hunk.
It's the first time I've seen him.
Bet you fancy him now, though. Anyway, I better get back into it. Don't want Maxie and Patsy thinking I'm a layabout like that Carol one from the pizza parlour. We're well rid of her. Hey, why don't you get yourself a piece of paper and we'll sort out a list of all the stuff you need for your new flat?
Oh, really? There's no need.
Of course there is. You need all your home comforts, especially being on your own. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Didn't mean anything.
It's OK.
Look, I don't mean to pry or anything, but, well, I do know how you feel. I know what it's like being let down by fellas. Being lied and cheated too. Between you and me, Pen, sometimes I think we'd be better off without them.
I'd second that.
Now, that's better. You've got a lovely smile. You should use it more often.
Oh, thanks. I haven't had much to smile about lately.
I know, but, well, that's all over now, isn't it? You've got loads to look forward to. New flat, new job, everything.
Yes, you're right.
You know what, Pen? You and me, we're two of a kind. Now, you started that list, yeah? Make sure you've got plenty of toilet cleaner. You can never have enough.
So, I'll see you at 8 at my daughter's place, then.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Oh, Mandy, I trust that I can prevail upon you to take the minutes again at tonight's meeting, can I?
Oh, well, I suppose so, if no one else will do it.
Good. That's settled, then. I'm glad to say that this meeting tonight is not open to all residents.
He's only a bit of a kid, isn't he? Not much of a convict.
Yeah, but remember what he did to that little girl?
Yeah, I know, it's terrible. And I'm not saying I forgive him. It just doesn't feel good sending a little lad like him to Coventry. Did you see his face? Hey, Lee. It's all right. All right, mate. Come on. Let's get you home, mate.
Out here, come in. Come on now.
What is it?
I need some money.
You what?
Money, Jackie. Give me some money, will you?
Oh, I've got any money.
You've got it too. All of it in there, haven't you?
I'm not going to get you that.
You've got to. I'm desperate. I need some smack. Look at me, will you? Look at me. I'm falling apart here.
Jimmy, I'm not going to pay for that. I'm not going to help you kill yourself.
Now, help me, Jackie, will you? Oh, God knows what I'll do to get me gear. I'll mug some old granny if I have to.
Jimmy, don't say that.
I need some gear.
Jimmy, call the police. I will.
Come on, then. Come on, then. Call him. I don't give a toss. This time next week, I'll be banged up anyway.
Yes. Well, I do. I've just been in there begging Barry Grant to speak to your probation officer, and you come here and treat me like this.
If you really want to help me, then give me some cash.
Jimmy, what are you doing? Jimmy!
I'm having this.
Jimmy, can't. It's the kids, for God's sake.
Kids, grannies, I don't care. I need me gear. I want it fast.
Jimmy, stop it.
20 quid, Jackie, and I want it now.
Just put the money back. Put the money back. Put it back, Jimmy. The money.
I knew you wouldn't let me down, Jack. I knew you'd come good for me.
Lou's upset like, so I thought I'd better bring him home. Is he going to be all right?
He'll have to be, won't he? And anyway, he's getting used to being treated like crap by people around here. We all that.
Hey, listen, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't agree with what your Lee did to that little girl. But I certainly don't agree with people bullying him or any other members of your family.
Yeah, well, thanks for bringing them home anyway.
No sweat. See you, eh?
Yeah, see you.
Well?
Sounds like they've had about as much as they can take, and I don't blame them. And we've hardly rolled the red carpet out for them, have we?
Well, I suppose not, but to what Lee did.
Yeah, no, it's a tough one, isn't it? Well, maybe Mick's right. I mean, you know, we shouldn't go blaming the banks forever for something that their Lee did. I mean, he was just a kid. He still is. You've seen the size of him. I'm 2 years away from his mum and dad.
Well, I suppose we might have been a bit quick to judge them.
Well, perhaps we should bury the hatchet, eh?
How do you mean?
Well, let your Rachel start knocking around with their Lee again.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, you know she hasn't got any real mates around here. It might do her good.
No, I don't know.
Well, think about it, eh, man? You might be doing yourself a favour as well.
Oh, good. Bev's still here.
Hi, Max.
Hello, Bev. Right, well, I suppose I better put her out of her misery.
What?
I've got to tell her not to come back.
But I thought you were going to sack the other one.
Yes, I was going to, but...
Hold on. Spick and span.
Well, looks very good, Bev.
It looks more than good.
Oh, do you think so? Tar pen?
I think Bev's done an excellent job. Don't you agree, Max?
Yes, very impressive, but...
Oh, tar very much, Max. Do you know, me and Penny have had a lovely morning, haven't we?
Lovely.
Not that I've been skiving or anything, but we've discovered we've got loads in common. Who'd have thought it, eh? Me having a mate like Penny here.
Mates?
Actually, Bev's been a great help to me. We've drawn up a list of everything I'm going to need for the flat.
Oh, don't forget, get all your cans from the Quickie. It's the cheapest round here. Hey, but don't tell Ron I told you.
All on my list. So, what was it you were going to say to Bev, Max?
Bus fares. I need to pay your bus fares.
Oh, I'm glad to see there's still some true gentlemen left in the world, eh, Pen? He's just like that Richard off the telly. Almost as good looking as well.
So, I'll see you in an hour then.
Yeah, and everyone on the closest Keenan. Yes. Well, everyone that's been invited.
Oh, hang on. You mean you haven't asked everybody?
Well, I did think it would be politic to overlook the banks again.
You what?
Well, it does seem to be the general consensus of opinion, Mick. It's not just me. They do rather seem to attract trouble.
Look, I'm not staying involved in any group that discriminates. Now, I don't care what you've got the banks down as. Either you invite them along or you can count me out. I mean, you're supposed to be uniting the community, Bing, not dividing it.
Well, if you feel that strongly, I suppose I could extend an invitation.
And here's your chance.
All right. All right, Eddie. Well?
Hello, Eddie. Are you, doing anything this evening?
Sorry, Jack, I'm starving. My belly thinks my throat's been cut. So, how's our mate Jimmy, then? What's up?
I gave him some money.
You what?
I gave him the last 20 quid for Smack.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I had to. It was the only way I could stop him. He was going to rob some kid's bike.
Soft get. He's back in court on Friday.
I'm just as bad as him. Helping him buy that filth.
Oh, don't be soft, Jack. There's an ounce of badness in you. Nobody could have done any more than you did, standing by him like that.
I don't know what to do, Sinbad. I don't know where to turn.
Hey, look, you're not on your own, you know. I'm still here for you.
Would you come with us? On Friday to the court?
Yeah, of course I will.
Thanks.
No problem. And hey, we'll get this sorted out once and for all. You'll walk out of that court with a suspension and a fine at the most. You've been so scared in there, you won't look at another drug in his life.
Still don't think we should be going. You didn't want to know us 5 minutes ago, and now we're going along to the daft meeting.
You remember why we came here, love? For our league. Gotta get settled in best we can, and like it or not, these are our neighbours, and we've got to get on with it and live normal lives.
You bloody snots.
All right, then.
Hello. Residents' meeting. We have come to the right place, haven't we?
Yes, yes.
Good.
Come in.
Hiya. Hiya. So Bing asked the banks along after all, eh? Looks like he's off from the old olive branch.
Oh, I'm glad. Give me a chance to have a word with Rosie.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I've been thinking about what you said earlier. I mean, maybe it is time I allowed Rachel to start seeing Lee again. I feel like all I do is tell her what she can't do.
Who are they?
I don't know. You don't think it's the police, do you?
There's only one way of finding out.
Can I help you?
Oh, evening. We're looking for Mrs. Jordash.
Who are you?
Kenny Maguire, and this is my associate. It's about your loan, love. The loan that our company's now handling.
Oh, yeah?
Well, how come you've come round here?
Well, I always like to introduce myself personally to my new clients, make sure they understand all the small print. Have you got a minute?
I think we've got to go inside.
Well, shall we get started then?
We're still waiting on some of our residents, I'm afraid. Our secretary, Mandy Jordash, for one. Must have the minutes recorded.
Well, it's no use holding a meeting before Barry Grant gets here. After all, the meeting was only called to discuss the problems at number 5, wasn't it?
Oh, well, might as well have a brew then. Plenty of milk in there, eh, mate?
Barry Grant is definitely coming, isn't he?
Well, yes, he said he'd be here. Must have been held up with the builders at the restaurant.
Let's hope he gets here soon before this degenerates into some sort of chimpanzee's tea party.
Not much of a turnout, is it?
Oh, it's still early yet. Sure the others will be along soon. We did have a very good turnout last time.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't know about that, would we? I mean, we weren't there, officially.
On the original loan agreement, point number 5, if the repayments aren't met in full, we reserve the right to sell the amount outstanding to a third party. We're that third party. Oh, don't tell me. You signed the agreement without reading the small print. How many times have we heard that? You wouldn't believe it.
Really?
Still, not to worry, love. From now on, you'll be dealing with me, personally. Look, I'll leave you this. I suggest you read it carefully.
What is it?
New contract. Setting out our repayment terms and conditions. At least from now on, you'll know exactly where you stand.
The payments have gone up.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid that's our admin charges, love. It's all legal and above board.
You can't do that.
Read the new contract, friend. I think you'll find we can.
But there's nowhere here saying when we have to go to pay.
Oh, that's all part of the new service, love. From now on, we come to you.
You what?
Like I said, I prefer the personal touch. We'll be seeing you.
When?
We'll be in touch.
All right, Buzz. All right. Thought you'd been well underway by now.
Well, we were waiting for you.
Waiting for me? I'm not even a resident. I am honoured.
I can assure you that bestowing of honours upon you is about the furthest thing from our minds.
You what?
This meeting was called with the sole purpose of getting something done about the riffraff currently squatting at number 5 Brookside Close. And as you were the owner of the said property, we expect some action from you.
I thought this was supposed to be a friendly meeting of neighbours, not some witch hunt.
Well, yes, it is friendly. It's just that something should be done about your squatters.
Oh, I see. They're my squatters now, are they? Well, thanks for your support, partner.
That's right, though, Buzz. I mean, these Ed the balls, they're even handing out leaflets outside the school gates. I don't want my kids getting all the stuff like that.
Yeah, Ollie brought one home the other day. I mean, well dodgy, if you ask me.
And it's not much fun looking at those boarded up windows all day. They're a bit of an eyesore, like, aren't they?
Well?
Well, what?
When are you going to do something about getting these people removed from the close?
I don't know. I mean, contracts haven't been signed yet. I suppose I could have a word with my solicitor, see what he can do. But don't expect them to move out of there overnight.
Well, I wouldn't take too long about it if I were you. Because the way feelings are running round here at the moment, your friends at number 5 might find themselves face to face with a lynch mob.
What's wrong? Doesn't it make sense?
Well, it makes sense, all right.
And they can do that. They can charge us all those administration fees.
Well, according to this, they can do anything they want. And God help us if we fall behind with the payments with these people. Just a minute, move it out of it. Look a bit tired.
I couldn't sleep.
Why, what's up?
I'm just a bit worried about my house, that's all.
Yeah, sit down and stop worrying. The house will be all right. It's not going to go anywhere, is it?
But it's over a week since anyone's been there. And there have been a lot of break-ins my way.
All right. If it makes you feel any better, I'll go and check it later, all right?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get it. It's not going to be them already, is it?
The old couple next door to me, they got burgled last month, you know.
Sorry?
My next-door neighbours, they had their television stolen.
Oh, that's terrible. Who was it?
Christy and Aid said they'd be back tomorrow.
Where's my handbag? I think I've got some change.
Ta, love. All right, son.
Hiya.
Don't fancy her chances much over there. She's not going to get much of a tune out of Eamon's Hermits.
You what?
For your time, son. So, you had a good day at school, then?
Usual.
Usual day for me at school was standing in the corner with the dunce's cap on.
I know we'll take after then.
Hey, Lee.
I'm going upstairs.
Lee?
What's wrong now?
Dunno. Just having a joke with him.
Right, there we go.
You're not going to get through all that lot on your own, are you?
Yeah, no problem. Just to keep me going while I'm studying.
What is it with all you wacky students? Our Michael's working with the exams as well. Only with him, it's pizzas. That'll be 105, please, love.
Right, there we go. How's he getting on?
Working very hard by all accounts. He's even been applying for jobs.
Oh, good for him.
God, it comes round quick, though. Only seems like yesterday that he was leaving school. All right, Maxie, what can I do you for?
Super glue, something suitable for sticking teapots back together.
Oh, you and the missus been at it again, have you?
An accident.
Super glue.
Right, I'll see you.
Oh, Beth, are you free to do any more babysitting?
Yeah, of course I am.
Well, I know it's short notice, but how about tonight, say 7 o'clock?
Okay, then.
Great. Oh, and now that Penny's moving, we'll be looking for a regular babysitter. Do you fancy it?
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye, love. Here you go. So, Lady Penelope's retiring to her country seat, is she? To the manor born?
Ah, Hamlet.
I didn't know you were a cigar man, Maxie.
No, not cigars. It's from Hamlet. William Shakespeare.
No, it's that posh bird on the telly, isn't it? You know, the one from The Good Life.
Oh, well, never mind. Anyway, I don't suppose you could call a one-bedroom flat in Allerton a country seat.
No, I suppose not. £1.50, please.
Right, there you are.
Thank you. I notice you and Barry Grant are getting very pally these days.
Business partners.
Yeah, opening a restaurant together, I've heard.
Yes, that's right.
So, what kind of place are you going to be like? One of them Bernie's Inn, the steakhouse, you know?
A little bit more upmarket, actually.
Oh? Do you know what I can't understand, though? You going into business with someone dodgy like Barry Grant.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, he's into all sorts, isn't he?
Well, as far as I can see, he's into making money.
Yeah, but there's ways and means, Maxie.
Like what? Daylight robbery?
Hey?
This glue is half the price down at the superstore. Ways and means, eh? Seems like all you self-made businessmen are the same. See you.
Yeah, bye, Maxie. Happy gluing.
You all right, love? Is that for school?
Yeah,
Can I have a look?
if you want.
Is this what everybody's reading?
Just me and a few others. Just the ones who can't keep up.
What about your other classes? You behind with them as well? Is that why you got upset with your dad joking?
I feel like some divvy or something. Everyone laughing at me.
Hey, now, come on. No one's laughing at you. Your dad meant no harm. He just didn't realise you'd fallen behind. Neither of us did.
They want me to do all sorts of tests, but I haven't got a chance. I don't know what they're on about half the time.
Well, what about, when you were away?
The other kids gave you stick if you were any good in class. They even slagged you for reading comics in there. You just give up in the end.
That's why you're struggling now.
I've got loads to catch up with, Mum. I can't do it.
Well, what about your teachers? What are they doing?
This is all they think I'm good for, reading about fat cats on mats.
Well, now, maybe some of the other kids, maybe they could help you catch up.
The other kids don't want to know me. They know where I've been, and they know what I've done. I've got no mates, Mum.
Isn't that the one that your mother and I brought you back from Spain?
Yeah, my favourite. Now in pieces, thanks to our lady who doesn't.
Oh, dear.
Right, that's me done. I'll get off then, eh? Get from under your feet.
Oh, right, yes. Well, I'll sort you out some money.
Ta. I hope I haven't done all this for nothing. See ya.
Bye now.
Right. Just these carrier bags and that'll be everything. Oh, I'm sorry I haven't been able to help you, but I'm afraid baby comes first. Max has banned me from lifting.
Oh, Max has banned me from breathing.
Of course, you've helped me more than enough over the past few months. You both have. And Max and Jean as well. In fact, I wouldn't have got by without all your support. I'm going to miss you.
Oh, we'll miss you too. We've enjoyed having you here.
Thanks.
You're only going a couple of miles down the road. We'll still be neighbours and family.
I know. But I am looking forward to moving. It'll be nice to get my independence back. Well, shall we?
After you.
Well, did you sack her?
It didn't feel like the right time.
She turns up 3 hours late. She leaves an hour early. The place is in a worse mess than when she came. She even manages to break my favourite teapot, and you say it's not the right time to sack her?
If you're really planning on running your own business, Max, you better get tough. Get with it. Because if you don't, you won't last more than 5 minutes.
It was a book for 10-year-olds, Eddie. Just had no idea.
Me neither. I mean, he's never mentioned anything, has he?
He's been keeping a lot of things to himself. He's worried sick about these exams he's got to do. Reckons he hasn't got a chance.
Poor lad.
Hiya.
All right, love.
Hiya. Can you spare a minute?
Yeah, sure.
It's about your son.
What about him?
Well, you know, the conversation we had the other week about him and Rachel.
What's he been up to? Has he been messing around with her?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I mean, as far as I know, they haven't even seen each other.
Well, what's all this about, then?
I want to apologise, really.
What for?
Well, doing what most other people around here did, jumping to conclusions about you or Lee. And, I want you to know that I have no objections to Rachel and Lee being friends.
Oh, hey, that's great.
Thanks, love. Our Lee'll be made up.
Hey, you'll have someone to knock around with at school, even if it is only a girl.
Oh, Eddie.
Oh, you know what I mean, love. I'll be in the garage if you need me.
Fellas, eh?
You don't mind me coming around like this, do you?
No, not at all.
But I do know how difficult it is when you're settling into a place and you don't know anybody. And it's especially tough for kids.
Don't I know it? Well, just hoping now Ollie's got a mate, he'll get a bit more involved in things, you know, school and that.
Well, Rachel's been going on about these computer classes. They do them after school. She's really into it. I could have a word with her if you like. She could ask Lee along. It'd be a start.
Oh, hey, Mandy, that'd be great. Thanks. Really appreciate this.
Here you go, love. Jack, you shouldn't have bothered turning in, love. I mean, look at you. You're worried sick. You look awful.
Thanks very much. Frightened to put the customers off.
You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah. I feel awful. I'm terrified, Ron.
Yeah, I know you are, love. But this isn't easy for either of us. Two of us being here together like this and your Jimmy up in court tomorrow.
No.
And I know what you're going through, love, but I can't hide how I feel. I hope they lock him up, Jackie, I really do.
Yeah.
And not just because of what he done to our Tony, because of what he's doing to you. You're me mate and he's put you through hell. He needs to be taught a lesson.
I know he does. I still love him, Ron.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you do. Come on, love. Get your coat. Get yourself a phone.
Thanks.
And Jack, no matter what happens tomorrow, you and me will still be mates, eh?
Well, it's number 7 just across the road from mine. No, well, they're going out for some posh meal, so they won't be back till dead late. OK. Well, I'll see you later then. Yeah, you too. All right, then. Bye.
I'd have left the room if you'd asked, you know.
Sorry?
I'm not that old. I can remember what it was like to have boyfriends.
Oh, right. Hi.
Now then.
Right, I'm off. Will you tell Mum that I've got babysitter at the Farnhams?
Was there something I said?
I'll see you later.
See ya. Ta-ra.
Hello, Thomas. Was everything all right with the house?
Yeah, it was sound. I told you everything would be okay, didn't I?
Well, thank you for going round there anyway.
There was some letters, though.
Anything interesting?
Yeah. One of them's from Australia. The sender's name's Sweeney. Same as ours. Who is it? Is it a relative? Well?
It's my brother. My brother Jake.
You've got a brother? Well, that means... he's my uncle?
Yes.
I've got an uncle. An Aussie uncle. Straight, mate.
isn't it?
Well, the count just seemed better, didn't it?
Well, what do you think?
Well, it certainly has potential.
Do you think so? Oh, bag of it, and once all your stuff's unpacked, it won't feel so bare.
Good scrub done and a lick of paint. That's all it needs.
When it comes to painting, I'm afraid I wouldn't know where to start.
Oh, not to worry, Pen. We're not going to desert you. We'll form a work party and knock this place into shape.
Oh, there's really no need.
Nonsense. We don't mind getting our hands dirty, do we, Max?
I think I can spare a couple of evenings.
Well, if you're sure.
Of course we're sure. Now, you stop worrying. We'll start tomorrow, and we'll have this place looking like a palace in no time. New beginning, eh, Pen? You must be quite excited.
So, what's he like then, me Uncle Jake? Does he know about me?
I've never told him.
All these years, and neither of us have known about each other.
Jake went to Australia over 30 years ago. We've only seen each other a couple of times since. We mainly keep in touch by letter.
Could have still told him about me.
I had to give you away at birth. What good would it have done telling him about that?
Yeah, I know. It just feels like such a waste. I mean, all this time I've had a family out there and I haven't even known about them.
I am sorry.
I don't blame you, Mum. So, what's he like then, me Uncle Jake? Is he married, done anything? Got himself a Sheila?
Mary, his wife, died some years ago.
Oh.
But he's got a son and a daughter.
Has he?
Your cousins.
Oh, I don't believe it. Cousins as well. A whole family on the other side of the world. Hey, listen, is it all right if I have a quick read of that letter?
I haven't read it myself yet. And it is personal.
Yeah, of course. God, 1 minute there's just me on me Todd, and the next I've got all kinds of family. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to make up for lost time, doesn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, now that you and me have found each other again, how do you think my Uncle Jake will take to finding out he's got a pommy nephew?
I think he'd be delighted.
Right out. Looks like I'm going to have to start saving the ring pulls off the old amber nectar.
Pardon?
Put them towards me plane fare down under.
All right?
Where have you been? Tea's in the oven. It'll be dried to a crisp.
That's all right. I like crisps. So, did your mum tell you Mrs. Jordache came and saw us? You can start knocking around with there, Rachel.
Yes, I know.
Did you mention this computer club thing to him?
Yeah. Quite keen, aren't you, son?
Sounds all right, yeah. I like computers and that.
Good.
What's that?
Computer. It's been used before, second-hand like, but it's all right. Good as new.
I don't know how to work them.
That's why I got it, yes, so you can learn. And I'm sure Rachel from next door won't mind helping you.
Sounds that tough. Can I plug it in now?
Yeah, go on. Take it next door.
Must have cost a fortune. Where'd you get the money from?
I sold that spare chrome exhaust off my bike. Well, I didn't really need it, did I? And that's the first time I've seen Ali smile since he came home. All right, Sinbad.
Hi, Ron.
You what?
Well, I've been watching too much Neighbours, mate. Is Jackie around?
No, sent her home. She doesn't know what time of day it is.
Yeah, well, she's probably got a lot on her mind, what with Jimmy and that.
Yeah, well, she's not the only one with that toe rag on her mind.
Yeah, well, after what he did to your Tony, I wouldn't blame him for wanting to throw away the key.
Fat chance of that, isn't there?
Do you reckon?
There's all kinds of murderers and rapists walking free from court these days. Even the police are fed up with it. No, it'll just be a bit of community service and a slap on the wrist. Justice will never be done. Tomorrow night, Jimmy Corker will still be a free man. And our Tony will still be lying in his grave.
Hi.
Hi. I brought this.
Oh, thanks.
We've got the house to ourselves.
Right, that's all your kitchen stuff unpacked.
Thanks.
We've got to start making tracks. We've got a table booked for 9.
No, of course, you go.
I better get going myself, I'm afraid. I promised Jean I'd cook supper.
You sure you'll be all right on your own?
Of course. I've got to get used to it sometime.
I knew you had a television or something.
My old black and white. It's round at your place, isn't it?
Oh, yes, under the stairs.
I'll nip back and get it now.
It's too much bother, honestly.
Oh, it's no bother. It's my pleasure.
Well, look, Beth, she's babysitting, so why don't you take this key? Save you waking Thomas.
Really, there's no need.
Now, Pennock, just leave everything to us. Hang tight. I'll be back with your evening's entertainment in no time. Have a good meal, you two.
Yeah, thanks. Bye. See you tomorrow. We'll all be round to help.
Thanks.
Take care. See you tomorrow.
Won't be long now.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Hi, Silas.
All right, Jack. Just want to come round and check the arrangements for tomorrow.
Oh, thanks. You better come in.
What happened to your stair carpet? Where is everything? Are you moving or something?
I don't think much of their record collection.
Oh, they were burgled about a month ago and had all the CDs taken.
Except this one. Whoever of them obviously didn't like Steely Dan.
I'm not surprised, are you? Like a pair of hippies. I'll put the radio on.
What time will they be back?
Late.
Good.
And he's even sold the kettle. God, they couldn't have been worth more than a couple of quid.
Yeah, but throw in a toaster and he's got himself a fix. And I think that's worth selling, he's had it.
I didn't realise things were this bad.
It's been a nightmare since. I don't even know where he is. I haven't seen him since yesterday morning.
Yeah, I'll get that. God, how have you put up with it?
I don't know. I feel punch drunk, you know. It's just non-stop. All the lying, the thieving. It's never going to end.
It will. He'll get himself sorted out.
And it's not just him he's killing. It's me as well.
How do you mean?
He's dragging me down with him. Look at this place. It used to be my home. He's made me feel dirty and worthless. He's bled me dry. And now he's done a running. Even left me to face court for him tomorrow.
Mr. Crosby.
Bear.
You expecting a cheque in the post or something?
What?
You've been at that window all morning. What are you waiting for?
Trouble.
What?
David Crosby.
What about him?
Well, Chris came babysitting with me last night at the Farnhams.
Well?
Well, David Crosby came round. We weren't expecting him.
Oh, I see, and you were...
He just went mad and threw us out. The thing is, I reckon they might tell Mum.
No, Bing wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him last night. He went absolutely berserk.
Well, what did he see?
Use your imagination, will you?
Oh, right. Well, you can't spend the rest of your life looking out of that window.
Well, what else am I going to do?
Well, why don't you go over and see him and tell him that you're sorry?
I couldn't after last night.
Even if it means your mum not finding out about you and Chris.
First Satanists and hippies, then joyriders, and now lesbians, for God's sake. If I'd had any idea of what we were letting ourselves in for, we'd never have moved to within 100 miles of this place.
There are also some very decent people living on this close. Our daughter and son-in-law included.
Yes, and I wonder how she'll feel when she finds out that her son, our grandson, is being looked after by a sexual deviant.
She's got enough on her mind with this pregnancy.
Jean, I'm very well aware of my daughter's condition, and I wouldn't dream of causing her undue worry, but she has to be told.
There is no need for Patricia to know anything about last night.
What? Thomas and two dykes under the same roof? It's obscene.
Beth Jordache is a perfectly sweet and innocent girl.
Innocent? You wouldn't be saying that if you'd seen what I saw. Innocent? That little hussy doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Right. That's it.
I beg your pardon.
Go on.
What? What?
Outside. I cannot take any more of your bully boy blustering.
Have you taken leave of your senses or something, woman?
I think that is something you'd better ask yourself, hadn't you? And until you calm down, don't even think of coming back in.
Oh, Jimmy. Where have you been?
Out.
Oh, where? You're in court today.
I'm going to bed.
You can't. You'll miss court.
Don't care. Let them come and get me if they want me.
Jimmy.
Get
Jimmy,
her.
please. Jimmy, please.
They were there, together, on the settee.
Well, in future, I'll make sure Beth asks before she has any friends around.
You mean you're going to ask her to babysit again after what I've just told you? God knows what it would have led to if I hadn't come back. Some unspeakable act, no doubt.
Dad!
David, just for the record, what were they doing?
Don't you dare!
What about Thomas? Aren't you concerned about him?
Well, David's right. Male or female, she was supposed to be looking after our son.
Thomas is my only concern. If I thought for one moment he was at risk, I'd never have Beth in this house again.
Sorry, Patricia, I'm still not happy about this. I wonder if Mandy Jordache knows that her daughter is a lesbian.
Don't even think about it.
She has a right to know. Patsy? Patsy, are you all right?
I'm sorry, I think I'm just going to have to sit down.
Trisha, what's wrong?
Oh, no, I'm just feeling a bit queasy, that's all.
You've been overdoing things again, haven't you? You were supposed to be taking things easy.
Can I get you something?
No, fine.
Right, come on, feet up. And don't you dare move from there. Now, if you want anything, you just give me a shout, all right?
But today's the day we're supposed to be helping Penny clean her flat.
Look, you're in no fit state to go anywhere. And I'm not leaving you on your own.
Oh, Lord, I forgot entirely about Penny. We've got the wholesaler coming to the shop to sort out the orders. Probably be all day.
Well, someone's going to have to do it. We promised her, and there's some letters for her over there.
Well, no wonder you needed me back again. That Carol one hadn't even done under the rim.
Bev, how would you fancy another cleaning job?
For who?
Your friend, Penny.
Penny? What, you mean in a new flat? Yeah, all right, you're on. You back for tea, love? Yeah, I'm just going to go and get some more books from the library. Mum. Yeah? What is it? I think...
Oh, look, excuse me a minute. Can you manage Mrs. Sweeney?
Yes, thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Hey. Oh, sorry, Beth, what were you saying?
Just thought I'll ring if I'm going to be late for tea.
Yep, sure. It's only salad anyway.
See you.
Bye, love.
Bye.
Right, can I get you anything, Mrs. Sweeney?
I'm fine, thanks. Why don't you sit down and take the weight off your feet for a minute?
No, I've got a ton of ironing to do and I need to go to the shops in a minute.
You never stop.
Well, how can I with 2 daughters to look after?
My son as well. Well, he's never out of this place.
We're good friends.
Yes, I know. You're a lot closer to him than I'll ever be.
Well, you and him are only starting to get to know one another. It'll take time.
I'll never be a proper mother to him, Mandy. I lost my chance when I gave him away.
Now, that couldn't be helped, and Sinbad knows that. He's not expecting miracles. He's just happy to have you here. And he's thrilled at discovering he's got family in Australia.
I don't know whether I should be here. I don't know whether I've got anything to give him.
It's your son who's the giver. You've seen how he likes helping people. All he wants from you is a chance to show he can be a proper son. And after all he's been through, that's surely not too much to ask.
Jean? Jean? Jean, for heaven's sake, you're making a total laughingstock out of me. Look, we're supposed to be round at Penny's. We promised.
Well, off you go then.
Oh, Jean, come on, please.
Mr. Crosby?
You've got a nerve coming round here like this.
Well, it's about last night. I came to say that I was sorry.
Sorry? You ought to be bloody well ashamed of yourself carrying on like that. In all my born days, I have never seen anything so disgusting.
Well, I said I was sorry.
And in someone else's house as well, when you've got a young child in your care. I'm pretty certain you wouldn't act like that in your mother's house. And I'm sure she'd be appalled if she knew about your abhorrent behaviour.
Well, what's it got to do with Mum? You're not going to tell her, are you?
Against my better judgment, no.
Thank you.
But I promise you, if you ever repeat last night's performance under that roof, I'll be straight round to your mother to let her know what sort of a person you really are. Ah.
Everything all right?
Yeah. Just laying down a few ground rules. It's all done now.
Beth? Good.
Right. Jean! Damn! Look, I'm certain you've got better things to do with your time. Jean, please.
Where's the chicken? Where's your suit? Where's your suit? You've sold it, haven't you? You've sold it, haven't you?
Get out of there!
Ow!
They're either out or they've seen us. Probably hiding under the stairs. Come on, we'll come back later.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not too quick on my feet at the moment.
Oh, that's all right, love. Is the lady of the house in?
Mandy? No, she's just popped out to the shops.
Oh. Well, did she say we might be calling?
No. What's it about?
Well, we called round the other day, just to introduce ourselves. Are you sure she hasn't left something for us?
I don't think so. Just a minute. You've come for the envelope, haven't you? She put some money in it for you.
That'll be the one.
You'd better come in a minute. I'll have to find it.
Cheers.
It's open. I'm in here. Ta-da! Champagne. Bev.
Oh, your visitors?
It's supposed to be. I was expecting David and Jean and Max and Patricia.
Oh, I'm sorry, they can't make it. Well, Pat isn't feeling too well, and Mr. Crosby's got some kind of business appointment.
Oh, I see.
But Max suggested I pop round and give the flat a good spring clean for you. Hey, don't worry, he's paying.
That's very considerate of him.
All this was for them, wasn't it? Little flat warming party.
For me, it's my birthday today.
Oh, and they forgot. The lousy bunch. Look at all this food. Hey, that luncheon meat looks lovely.
It's mortadella.
More to what?
It's Italian and cooked meat.
Not really that keen on foreign meat. Give me terrible wind. But, I wouldn't say no to the occasional glass of champagne. even though it is foreign.
Well, I've got to make an exception on your birthday, haven't I?
Are you sure we can't give you a hand, love?
I'll find it in a minute. I'm sure she put it in here somewhere. Ah, here it is.
Ah, much appreciated. You some sort of comedian?
Sorry?
What's this, a joke?
What's going on?
That's what I want to know.
How did they get in here?
Your friend here let us in.
I thought they were collecting for charity.
Charity, these two. Look, please, will you go?
Aren't you forgetting something?
I don't want to see you inside this house again, do you hear?
Well, that suits us, love. As long as you pay on time, we'll stay the other side of your front door. But if you don't... Come on, Ronnie. Let's go.
Getting you to court. Come on, shift.
I'm soaking here. What are you crazy?
Well, it was the only way to wake you up. Come on, get in court in an hour.
It's your idea, isn't it? Your idea?
Okay, you leave it alone.
Put away. Get me to court. Shut it.
Look, leave it alone. Haven't you rated enough?
What's this? What's this? Oh, I get it. I get it. Put me away so you two can get it on together. Is that it? While I'm not in jail.
You scumbag.
Well, you can sod off. The pair of you. Because I'm not going anywhere. Do you hear me?
What's the matter with you? Jimmy, get changed now. Come on.
You what?
I said get changed. I'm warning you.
Beat it, fat man.
I warned you, Jimmy.
Oh!
Ow, me hand.
Take me to work.
You're not going to let me celebrate my birthday on my own, are you?
Go on then, one more. And that's me limit. Otherwise I'll be in no state to do your bathroom, let alone cook Ron's tea.
You're not going?
I've got to. Ron's had Josh in the shop all day. Promised to have the tea ready when they got in. I'm supposed to be going to the Legion tonight. Hey, why don't you come with us?
I couldn't possibly.
Of course you could. It'd be a laugh. Better than being stuck here in your Todd.
Maybe some other time. I'm quite happy here. I've got things to do.
Before I forget, Max can be these for you.
They certainly don't look like birthday cards.
Probably bills. Just what you need when you're stuck on your Todd. Is everything all right?
Birthday greetings from the DSS. I'm under investigation. I was claiming income support when I sold my story to that rag. They're considering prosecuting me for fraud. Many happy returns.
Janet Edwards, Court 1.
How are you feeling?
I'm parched. Hey, I'll get us some teas, eh?
Loads of sugar in mine, eh, sir?
Yeah, sure, mate.
Hey, listen, mate. About before, you know. Thanks.
You are?
It's about time somebody knocked some sense into me. Pity you didn't do it months ago. Might have saved me getting stuck away.
Hey, look. The only place you're going is that boozer across the road. We'll be in there having a few bevies an hour from now.
Yeah. Well, just in case. Keep an eye on Jackie for me, eh?
Don't be soft. They're not going to send you down.
Please, Sin. Just in case, eh? No hard feelings, eh, mate? Sorry I let you down.
No hard feelings, mate. Better get them teas, eh?
I'd say sorry, Jack, but just wouldn't be enough. Not after the way I've treated you.
Listen. We're going to get you out of this place. Get you sorted out.
I'm going down, Jack.
No.
Best thing for both of us, you know it.
Please, Jim.
Look after yourself, eh?
Mr. James Corkhill.
They're ready for us.
Jean, if this is some sort of joke, I can assure you it ceased to be funny hours ago. Jean, in the name of God, woman, talk to me!
No, wait!
Oh, this is an outrage, you know, it's an absolute outrage. Am I to sleep on the street? Or maybe you'd prefer I go and ask my hippie friends if I can squat there, see if they'd give me a roof over my head. Oh, at last.
If you're thinking of going to sleep elsewhere, you'll be needing this.
No! Great woman!
You'll need some limescale remover for that bath and sink. Never seen anything like it. Stuff for kettles is probably your best bet. Hey, you have been busy, haven't you? Letters to friends about your change of address?
Friends? Just tying up a few loose ends.
Oh, yeah?
Closing a few accounts, so to speak.
Electricity. Bank manager. Anyway, I'll get off and leave you with your business.
Sure I can't tempt you?
Oh, no, thanks. Before the sleep down the Legion.
Please yourself.
Listen, you're not going to be sitting here worrying about that letter from the Dole, are you?
What's the point in worrying?
Dead right. Probably a computer error anyway. Anyway, I'll go and get my bus.
Bye, Bev.
You're welcome. Hey, don't forget that descaler. And happy birthday now.
Happy birthday.
Oh. Hi. Come in.
Thanks.
So, what's with the duvet?
Oh, bit of a cock-up on the sleeping front, I'm afraid. Jean's still refusing to let me in.
That's what 40 years of marriage does for you, eh?
Oh, no. Still life in the old dogs yet. Look, Max, I was just wondering if I could impose on you for a few hours, just to get myself off the street, so to speak.
Worried what the neighbours will say?
Quite. I mean, these infernal squatters have really enjoyed the pantomime. You know, just for a little while until Jean cools down, all right?
No, not at all. You go ahead. Oh, by the way, heard anything from Penny?
Oh, she'll be fine. Probably enjoying having a bit of time to herself at last.
Madam, you will have read the reports and you will be aware of the circumstances which led Mr. Corkin to commit the offences to which he has pleaded guilty. These offences were committed against his own community, and their serious nature would in many cases warrant a custodial sentence. However, you will be aware that Mr. Corkill committed these offences in order to feed a drug addiction, an addiction which he has now recognised, and for which he intends to seek help by enrolling on a recognised drug rehabilitation programme. This programme would not be available to Mr. Corkill if the court were to pass a custodial sentence. I recognise it is the duty of the court to protect society against this type of crime. However, it is in the interests of not only Mr. Corkill, but of the community as a whole that he is given the opportunity to enrol on the programme, as failure to kick the habit will mean the defendant will inevitably reoffend. In addition to Mr. Corkill's willingness to seek help for his addiction, I would like to draw the court's attention to the fact that Mr. Corkill is in full-time employment. Indeed, his position is one of some responsibility, and his employer has given him an excellent reference. which I'm sure Madam will have read.
Grancy came good for me.
Furthermore, Mr. Corkill has the support of a loyal and loving wife, who has indicated her firm intention to help her husband through this difficult period. And finally, I would remind the court that Mr. Corkill gave the police full cooperation when arrested and has pleaded guilty to the offences. Taking all these things together, I would ask that the court exercise leniency in the case of Mr. Corkill and pass a non-custodial sentence.
Looking good, eh, Jack? I reckon I'll be buying Jimmy's solicitor a drink as well.
Mr. Corkill, we have heard from your solicitor that it is your drug addiction which has led to your appearance in this court today. But we have also heard that you intend to seek help with your problem. This, together with your favourable domestic and employment situations, have been noted by the court. However, you have pleaded guilty to the offence of burglary, which is not only a crime against property, it is a crime which causes a great deal of anxiety and insecurity in the community. In a civilised society, the public should feel safe and secure in their homes. Burglary deprives the victim of that sense of safety and security, and as such is a crime of the utmost gravity. It cannot be tolerated. It is the duty of this court to protect the public from such crimes, and in considering the sentence to be passed, it is also the duty of the court to deter other potential offenders. For these reasons, I have no alternative but to pass a custodial sentence.
Oh, no.
You will be sent to prison for 9 months, with the recommendation that you attend the prison hospital for treatment for your drug addiction.
Jackie!
Take him down.
No. Jackie! I'm sorry.
So surprised. Didn't think you'd come. I nearly didn't. Brings back bad memories, doesn't it? Listen, boss, I don't think... Listen, Jimmy. If you're expecting Oscar to ride in and rescue you, like he did me, forget it. It's hard. It'll get harder. Yeah, but... I don't think you can handle it. We haven't got much choice, have you? 9 months. I'm going to survive 9 months.
Morning. Morning.
God, having a light out to me then. What's all this? Just because you got an eye full of me the other week doesn't mean you have to return the favour.
I didn't know you were working here now. It's hardly a job for a young woman of the 90s, is it?
All right, there's nothing wrong with cleaning. Besides, I got plenty of practice with Ron and Josh, don't I?
Is Patricia downstairs?
She just walked Thomas to school. Said she won't be long.
Ah, right.
Well, look, if you don't mind, I do rather want to use the loo.
I'm sorry. You'll have to wait. I'll just put cleaning down.
Needs must, I'm afraid.
I can't use the one at your house. I mean, it's only next door. Or has your missus thrown you out?
Of course not. I'm just spending a few days with my daughter, that's all.
Don't worry, I understand. I'm a bit like that myself later on. I mean, if he comes home stinking of beer and slobbering all over me, I'd rather he slept on the sofa.
Yes, excuse me.
Ah.
Hey, Vic. Vic, did you hear about Corkill?
Don't give us that, could you, Ron?
Yeah, sure. Corkill got sent down, did you hear?
Yeah. I can't do a thing with this bloody arm, you know.
9 months. Should have had a lifetime.
Hey, Carol!
I can't stop making cleaning at the Farnhams. I should have been there half an hour ago.
Hurry back, will you? I'm stuck.
Where do you want this putting, mate?
In the van, please, Ron. Come on, please, could you, please?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks.
Trouble with that court, though, they thought they were trying just some petty thief, not the scumbag who murdered my son.
You see, Ron, he's off the streets now. He can't hurt anyone else, can he? Thanks for helping us, Ron, mate.
It's 9 months, though, Nick, okay? 9 months for the taking of a life. Still looking for starters.
See you, mate.
Hey, what's your love? You're drowning there, you know. All right. All right, mate.
Oh, hello.
They're expecting me, love. I've come to clean. It's all right. It's been arranged.
For today?
Yeah. Why not today?
Well, actually, I think there seems to have been a bit of a misunderstanding.
Nah, I always come on Mondays. Do you want a drink?
Yes, all right, thanks. Hello? No, I'm afraid she's not. Can I take a message? Yes, of course, I'll hold.
I'll start downstairs. Just tidy up a bit. Don't think it needs much doing. God, have you seen the women in here? How do they keep their figures like that?
Look, Carol, I'm really not quite sure how this has happened, but Beverly is... Hello? Yes, just a second, I'll get a piece of paper.
I'll bring Jackie down if you like, for visiting.
No.
Tara. I don't want to see her. Not alone. If she's still around, that is. Won't blame her if she's not. Yeah, we say that now. Look, she's entitled to a life. She mustn't think she's tied to me. Tied to what? Bloody wreck. Like you say, a junkie. How are you doing on that score? Out of the look. Cold turkey. The works. Still, never mind, eh, Jim? It's all in a good cause. Good cause? Kicking habit. Does it matter? I think so, yeah. I'd rather you were screaming for it. I'd rather you were crawling up the walls than have you laid out on a slab. Didn't know you cared. I don't. I'm sure your Jackie wouldn't like to go and identify you. Just leave her out of it, will you? I had a girlfriend die of drugs once. I had to go and identify the body. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Well, there you are, then. I'm right. She's better off without me. So you're gonna just dump her? After she stood by you? What if she wants to see you? I won't send her a visiting order. 9 months, Jimmy. Aren't you worried about other fellas? I've got to let her have a chance. And if I end up losing her, then it's my own fault. And it's no more than I deserve.
Well, I agree with you, Ron. I think Jimmy's had it coming a long time.
Yeah, but I just hope he suffers in there. That's all the way I've suffered. Excuse me, is Barry in his office?
I don't know, mate. I haven't seen him.
Max? But you're feeling happy now Corkill's been put away?
Well, I don't really have any strong feelings.
No, but he did knock your house off.
Yes, it would seem that way, but at least we've seen some justice done.
Hey, Ron. Got a customer here.
Justice for what, like? Killing my son?
Max! Max! Let us out, will you?
Oh, cheers, mate. What happened to you?
Accident.
What, another one?
Oh, minor one this time. Got shut in while I was cleaning the van out. Bloody arm.
You got Carol's help?
Well, she can hardly come cleaning for me while she's cleaning for you, can't she? She's round there now.
What, today? I mean, well, I thought... Oh, God, Bev. Listen, but you're going to have to excuse me. I've got something to sort out at home.
All right, Max.
Mr. Crosby, I hope you're not mucking it up in there.
I'm having a wash. I've got to use the basin.
Well, leave it as you found it, please. I don't want them blaming me. Snap.
What are you doing here?
I thought they'd binned you off.
Mr. Crosby! Yeah, well, there was a problem, but Max sorted it out. In fact, they were so pleased with me, they've given me a rise.
I'm sorry, love, but I think you're mistaken. This is my job and I'm not budging.
But you don't need this job like I do. You've got a job in the trading post.
And you've got one in the pizza parade. Besides, I just help Ron out. I don't get paid for it.
Well, tough. I need this money. I'm a single parent.
So am I.
No, you're not. You've got your...
I have got a partner, thank you very much, who's also got 2 other children.
No, ladies, please.
Why didn't you tell me she was upstairs muscling in on my job?
Well, I tried to, I just didn't get a chance. Look, can't we just calm down, right?
I want this sorting out.
2 right.
So then, come on, Mr. Crosby, you seem to be in charge round here. You make the decision. Whose job is it?
Well, I really don't think I can be blamed for what's obviously a misunderstanding.
Don't care. I want to know now.
Oh, Max, thank God. Can you sort this out, please?
Right. Well, seems to have been a small problem.
Kidding, aren't you?
It might be small to you, but this is our livelihoods.
So come on, Max. It's easy. There's 2 of us for just one job. Make a decision. Choose.
And it better be me.
Hey, don't be so cocky, love. They want quality, not a skiver.
I haven't had a chance to start yet.
Problems, Max?
Hello, Patricia.
Beth, could you go and finish upstairs?
I've done upstairs.
I'm sure you'll think of something to do. Carol, I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding. You're going to have to finish today.
But Max...
Obviously, we'll pay you for today and anything else we owe you. You won't be out of pocket. But I'm sorry, we've not been entirely happy with your work.
Out of pocket? You don't know what that means. I needed this money.
Carol, I really am very sorry. I tried to let you down gently, but...
But nothing. You should see my council flat sometime. It's another world.
How you intend to run a business and manage your staff in the restaurant, I'll never know.
Well, she's the boss. Your Ruby wedding invitations, we picked them up this morning. That is, of course, if you'll still be needing them.
Well. As you seem to have gone to so much trouble over this party. Can't speak for your mother, of course.
Well, why not use this as an excuse? Go round there, patch things up, and then look forward to the celebration.
It's not so easy.
Yes, it is. You've just got to say that you overreacted about Beth and Chris. All you've got to do is say you're sorry.
If I did that, I'd be a total hypocrite.
So, never stopped you before.
Look, I know you both think that I'm something of a joke. I belong to another era, but it's just the sheer idea of 2 women together like that. Well, it's just something that turns my stomach.
Well, it doesn't turn mine.
It's unnatural. It's abnormal. Men and women were meant to procreate. That's the norm.
Dad, we're talking about Beth. Isn't she a normal girl? Pleasant, bright?
Hardly a freak.
This thing isn't just about Beth. I mean, this is a symptom of a decline. It's a moral slide throughout the whole of our society. It's one thing after another.
Sex is a private matter, Dad. People should be allowed to decide for themselves.
It's a fashion, Patsy. There's a fashion about these things. And no one has got the plain, simple guts to say so. I'm not just being prejudiced.
Well...
Look, I feel sorry for these people. There's something defective in their genes. It's a handicap. And all the same, it's wrong. I've no doubt about that at all.
Defective genes. So what about our baby? You're going to make him an outcast too?
Oh, Patsy, what a thing to say. You know I didn't mean anything of that kind.
Sounded like it.
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say thanks, you know, for keeping me on, like.
Well, that's all right. We're very pleased with your work.
And maybe when you're not too busy, we can sort out how much you owe me, you know, for doing Penny's flat the other day.
Oh, yes, of course. How was she?
Not exactly full of beans. I think she's had a bit of a lousy letter from the social. She's dead lonely in that flat.
We should go over there, you know. It looks like we've abandoned her.
Yeah, well, I was going to go over, but I forgot.
Anyway, I enjoyed myself. You can ask me back any time. We had a bottle of bubbly between us.
Champagne?
Well, it was a birthday. Didn't you know?
I had no idea. I was going to take that TV over there, and I got distracted by... Well, you know what.
We must drop in there this week.
Absolutely, yes.
In fact, Max, you could drop the TV in today. Send her our apologies.
Yes, I could, of course, but I'm rather busy later.
Oh, Ruby wedding? Let her loose?
Oh, it's not exactly decided yet.
No? Well, you've had all the tickets printed.
There's a slight question mark over it, isn't there, Dad?
Don't ask me. Ask your mother.
Well, if it does go on, Mr. Crosby, save the first dance for me. I've battered the twist myself.
Yes, well, of course, we will be inviting you, won't we, Patricia? Just a few little things to iron out first.
Great. I'll tell Ron. He'll be made up. I'll take our ticket now, shall I? I'll get my coat and then I'll be off.
Well done, Max. Oh, when will you be extending an invitation to our local cult?
It wasn't me, it was her. Look, why do I always get the blame?
Dad. Look, since Max seems to have started the guest list, just go and talk to Mummy.
She threw me out for merely voicing my opinions. It's up to her to make the first move.
Oh, Dad.
Look, I shouldn't be condemned for how I feel. And until she says sorry, I'm going to stay here. If you don't mind. And she knows where to find me.
Popping in for the odd meal and that. Mandy made me feel welcome. So I got really close to her and the girls. They've been through a lot, you know.
How close? Come on. I'm your mother. You can tell me.
Well, I like her. I really like her, but I don't tell her that.
Why not?
Well, you know, it was a difficult marriage. And I don't like to push her too much.
You should find out how she feels and tell her how you feel.
Sinbad, can I have a quick word, mate?
Yeah, sure, Mick.
Well, it's a bit personal, you know.
All right.
Look, I'm desperate to go to the bar with a zip stuck.
So you want to lend me pliers?
Oh, come on, son, I'm desperate, mate.
All right, but I must warn you, my hands are cold.
Come on, son.
Quick diversion in here, Mum, on an errand of mercy.
What are you up, Sin?
Come in.
So it's all systems go. All the stuff's been delivered to the restaurant site. There'll be no excuses. They have to start.
Right, Max, you get round there. Make sure they do.
Can't you do that? I've got things on.
Max, you're the surveyor. You've got to crack the whip. I can't. The building side is down to you.
I know, but I promised to do something for Patricia.
Max, what's more important, getting our restaurants up and running or running errands for your missus?
Well, maybe if... Look, all it is dropping a TV off at Penny's flat.
Oh, don't look at me.
It's just, we let her down. I can't be in two places at once, and if you want me at that restaurant...
All right, put it in the back. Gotta feel like a bloody social worker today.
Face on her. Should have been there. And then when Pat just coolly sacks her, I thought there'd be murder.
And all this happened in front of you?
Well, practically. I listened to most of it from the landing.
Anyway, thought you preferred more glamorous jobs.
What, like working here as an unpaid skivvy? No thanks. Anyway, the money's good, and it takes me one step further to save enough for some proper stage gear. You know, for doing the clubs professionally, like.
And I thought that phase had passed.
No chance. The world just isn't ready for Liverpool's answer to Whitney Houston, but they will be.
I'm sure. Meanwhile, don't suppose you can find time in your diary to help me out here, could you?
What, no Jackie C?
No, I don't think she'll be in for a couple of days either. Personally, I don't think she should waste her upset on that toe rag of hers. She should use this as a golden opportunity to bin him off and get herself another fella.
Well, she's got 9 months. Maybe she will do, eh?
Yeah.
Yes?
I've got delivery. One telly.
Just leave it there.
Well, I'll get Rob down here.
Just do it, please. I'm busy.
Ariel, forgot it.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm busy.
Are your telly still here, Jan?
Yes, I know. Look, will you just go?
Well, what's up?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Well, you don't look all right, if you don't mind me saying. I've come out of my way with this. Why don't you just let me in? I'll fix the telly up for you. A quick cuppa, and then I'll leave you to it. Whatever it is you're doing.
You're not going to go, are you?
Well, Max would never forgive me if the telly got nobody. Right, then, are you going to put the kettle on, or shall I?
You do it. Excuse me.
Penny? You haven't fallen asleep in there, have you?
Have your drink and go.
Look, it all looks a bit odd, this, to me. I don't think I should get off until I've seen that you're all right.
I'm fine. I really just need to be left alone, please.
No, I think I should stick around. And you know why, don't you?
You can play the Samaritan, Barry, but it won't make any difference. Don't get yourself involved.
Oh, hello, Patsy.
Well, looks like it's been decided for you. The party's on, whether you like it or not.
Well, it's only Ron and Beverly so far.
Oh, think again, Dad. Dee Dee's just been telling me how much she's looking forward to it.
Oh, God.
It's going to be a very strange affair if only half the happy couple attend their own anniversary bash.
Well, I'll be happy to go, just as long as your mother sees sense and allows me to have an opinion.
Oh, you two need your heads knocking together. 3 weeks, Dad. That's all you've got. 3 weeks to get out of our house, to rescue your marriage, and to live happily ever after.
Look, I know there was all that rubbish in the papers and that, but I thought you were over that. I mean, you acted like you were.
That's what it was, an act. I was only fooling myself.
Yeah, but you've got this place now. A job. I mean, that's more than some people. Loads of people probably feel like this, but they don't do anything about it.
My husband did. It must run in the family.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is most people find a way of getting through it.
Most people haven't been splattered all over the papers, dumped on from a very great height.
You've got more going for you than most people.
I had, past tense, and a lot more to lose.
So he got screwed up by the press?
You think it's about that? My husband killed himself. I found out that my whole married life had been one long lie. Another woman has his child. What a laugh. Please don't start on the cliches. Pick myself up, plenty to live for, all that crap. I've had enough. I want out.
Yeah, but what about your family, David and that?
Where are they now? Glad to see the back of me. Sending a messenger boy around with a TV, oh, that's really going to cheer me up, isn't it?
Look, I don't exactly need this either, you know. I mean, I'm not some shrink. All I know is, if you get crapped on, you hit back. You don't lie down and wait for them to walk all over you.
So that's your wonderful street philosophy, is it?
Call it what you like. It works for me, every time. Look, no one needs to know about this, you know. I'm not going to say anything. So if you're worried about the embarrassment and that, well, don't. Just unlock the door, eh? Come on, I'm dying to go to the bog here. Penny, I'm desperate, come on. Penny! 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 Penny. Penny.
What mate?
Just a girl from school.
What's her name?
Leslie.
I haven't heard you mention her before.
I've mentioned Leslie loads of times. You're probably just getting mixed up because we usually only call her Les.
Where does she live?
Only in West Derby Village.
Maybe too late.
I won't. I'll see you later. Bye, Rachel. Bye, Mrs. Sweeney. I think I'm going to walk down Rachel now.
OK.
See you later.
And don't be late.
I won't. Bye. Bye.
It's nice to see two sisters getting on so well, isn't it?
Rachel. Rachel, I want a word with you. I'll be late for school. It'll only take a minute. What?
I'm sick of all your stupid side childish comments about me and Chris.
I don't know what you're going on about.
You know perfectly well what I'm going on about. All that stuff about you and your friend called Les.
I can't help it if my friend's called Leslie.
Yeah, well, why emphasise the name every time you say it then?
Are you being paranoid?
Why are you so determined to make things even harder for me? Do you think this is easy for me?
If you want to be a dyke, that's your choice. Don't go taking it out on me.
Yeah, why do you have to be so horrible? I didn't choose to be anything, it just happened. And I do want to tell Mum about me and Chris eventually, but when the time's right.
Just make sure I'm out when you do, because she's going to hit the roof.
Yeah, well, I don't expect you to understand. All I'm asking is that you leave me alone to get on with my own life.
Why should I?
You've got a very short memory, haven't you? If it wasn't for me, Mum would never have let you keep on seeing Lee.
Only because she listens to everything you say. You've always been her favourite.
Don't be so pathetic.
Wonder, will you still be her favourite when she finds out you're a dyke?
Don't be such a fascist. I went out of my way so you could keep on seeing Lee, and this is how you thank me.
All right, then. I'll keep my mouth shut, for now. But that doesn't mean I think what you're doing is all right.
Yeah, well, I don't care what you think. Just as long as you keep your mouth shut in the future, OK?
You know, I was thinking of popping over to Penny's later on with her belated cards and presents. Got a meeting later on this morning.
She must think we're awful for getting a birthday like that.
Well, it's just that we've had so much on our plates. Anyway, I'm sure she'll understand when she hears about our recent shenanigans.
You mean your recent shenanigans? Why don't you pop over, apologise to Mum before she leaves for work?
I can't. Well, not this morning, anyway. I thought I'd go over with Max to Penny's. It's all right with you, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
OK, well, when you get back, you can go and apologise to Mum, even if I have to drag you over there myself. Because as of now, this inn is full.
doing here?
Oh, that's charming, that is.
Oh. Oh, my head.
I hope you don't mind. I had to undress you last night. You were sick all over your clothes.
Oh, well, it's just as well I was wearing clean underwear.
Why did you do it?
I always wear clean underwear.
You know what I mean? You were unconscious on the bathroom floor. I had to make you throw up.
How did you manage that?
Well, how'd you think? I stuck my fingers down your throat.
Why didn't you just call an ambulance?
Because you're not on the phone. I didn't want to risk leaving you while I went out to find a phone box. Besides, once you threw up, I knew you'd be all right. I've seen this type of thing in the club before.
Have you?
You seem to be breathing all right, so I'll put you into bed. I didn't think you'd want the papers round, asking questions.
Why did you stay all night?
Just keep an eye on you.
Well, as you can see, I'm fine now. I'm alive and well, so I wouldn't want to waste any more of your time.
I think we should go down to hospital, just to check that you're all right.
No, it's out of the question.
Look, how do I know that you're not going to try the same thing as soon as I walk out the door?
Don't worry, I'm fine now.
If you're so fine, why did you try and kill yourself last night?
Please, you must promise that you won't breathe a word of this to anyone.
Why should I? I'd be the one with a guilty conscience if you tried anything like this again.
I promise it won't happen again. Now, will you please promise that you'll keep this a secret?
Don't worry. I'm good at keeping secrets.
Thanks, love. Try.
I was sorry to hear about your husband.
Oh, I appreciate that, love, thanks. I know Jimmy deserved to be punished for what he's done, you know, but it doesn't make it any easier to cope with.
Believe me, I know what it's like.
Hi, Jack. You couldn't do us a favour, could you? Keep an eye on Josh while I do the club. I mean, you know I wouldn't usually ask, but Ron's had to go the cash and carry.
Oh, yeah, right. That's $5.92, please, love.
Shouldn't be more than an hour, so we should stay asleep.
$5.92, did you say?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think I've got enough. I thought I had another £5 on me. Can I pop back with the rest later?
Sorry, love. One doesn't allow credit.
I'll have to put something back then, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course it is.
I'll put this back, OK?
Right, OK. That makes it, 61, 64... 4.28, love, thanks.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. They are not, that's right.
So, bye.
Sure. Poor thing must be skinned.
Aren't we all? Hey, look. Here's your Uncle Mike come to make you a star.
Hey, I'm his half-brother, actually.
Whatever.
Packet of mints, please, Jack. Oh, he's dead cute, isn't he?
You want to be careful walking around with that, you know. You might get mugged.
Well, these are the risks us directors have to take. I'm making a new film.
Oh, can I be in it?
Well, no, it's more of a documentary, really. You know, like a video diary. If it turns out OK, I might be able to flog it to the BBC.
I just think, when you're on This Is Your Life, I'll be able to say I knew you when you were nothing.
Oh, thanks. So you're saying I'm nothing now?
Documentary's dead boring.
Well, this one won't be. It's going to be all about pressures on students in the final year.
Sounds dead exciting.
They've got it dead easy, haven't they?
I wish.
When's your exam start?
In a fortnight.
Hey, I hope you're not actually filming now.
No, I'm just getting used to it. I only borrowed it from the uni last week.
Oh, you better not be. Don't want to be on the telly looking like this. I haven't slept for days.
Bev, say something.
Like what?
I don't know, anything.
My name's Beverly Mack. I'm a supermodel. I spend all my days of photo shoots and hanging out in dead expensive restaurants with the like of Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Jason Orange. What's she like? Turn it off, Mike. I'm bored now.
All right, I'm getting off. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Sure. Hey, can't be bad being a student, can it? Just making stupid films all day.
There must be more to it than that.
That'd be better than being a cleaner. Anyway, I better get off or I'll have Barry Grant sacking me.
You've put me in a dead awkward situation. Kind of feel responsible for you now.
Well, you needn't be. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself.
Oh, yeah? Look, I'll have to get off. Is it all right if I use your bathroom?
Feel free.
Thanks.
Hi, Ben. How are you?
Fine. I wasn't expecting a visit from you two.
Well, we just popped in with some belated cards and presents for you.
And our uttermost apologies for their lateness. Why didn't you remind us it was your birthday?
Oh, I didn't want to make a fuss. There was really no need for you to call round like this.
Haven't called round at a bad time, have we?
Well, I was really,
Barry. I wasn't expecting to find you here.
Barry just called round with the television.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, of course. You were supposed to be delivering it yesterday.
Yeah, well, something came up, you know.
You must excuse me. I've only just got out of bed.
Obviously. So, no work today then, Ben?
No day off.
Good.
Right, well, I'd better get off.
Right, thanks for calling round and, the television.
Yeah, well, you look after yourself then, eh?
Yes, bye.
Barry, before you dash off, I wonder if you can have a quick word.
Sure, what about?
It's a bit awkward, actually. Things are a bit manic, especially recently, sorting out builders, fitters, accountants, etc. for our little venture.
There's no problems, are there?
Hmm? No problems at all. In fact, it's going very well. I'm just finding it a bit exhausting. I could do with some help.
Are you trying to say I'm not pulling my weight?
Well, I wouldn't put it quite so bluntly, but there does seem an awful lot I have to manage on my own.
You see, I'm doing my bit. In fact, unbeknown to you, I'm meeting a fella from the brewery on site this afternoon.
What brewery?
The brewery I've done a deal with to sort us out with the bar for free. Just imagine how much that's going to save us, Max.
Great, that's great.
See, you do your bit, and I'll do mine. Now, if you need to get in touch with me, I'll be in the office after 2 this afternoon. See you later, Max.
Yes, thanks. Bye. Where's Penny?
Gone to get dressed.
You don't think her and Barry were, you know...
Well, what are we supposed to think? When we find her practically naked and Barry creeping out at the crack of dawn.
I don't believe it. I only sent him round to deliver a TV. What a guy.
Got a Barry to drop the television off for you?
Yes, wasn't it?
Did you get any more coffee from the shops?
No. I was going to, but when I got there I realised I didn't have enough money.
Are things really that bad? I know you've got that loan man calling round.
Well, I'd be lying if I said life was comfortable for us both at the moment.
I don't mean to pry, but it does seem strange that you and Thomas took this loan out together. I mean, it's not as though you're courting or anything, is it?
No. It's a long story, I suppose.
All the awful responsibilities of a marriage without any of the pleasures.
Yeah, it is a bit like that, I suppose.
You both see so much of each other. People around here must assume you're more than just good friends.
Well, they'd be wrong, wouldn't they?
It's obvious you're both very fond of each other, though.
He's been very good to me.
He's turned out a very decent man. I'm glad he's got someone like you in his life. Someone who cares for him.
Well, that's what friends are for, isn't it?
Michael! I think there may be a burglar over there. What? Well, I saw a young man loitering, then he went round the back. He looked very suspicious.
Well, when was this?
Well, just a few minutes ago. I didn't know whether I should phone the police. Do you think you should go and have a look?
Well, on my own.
Oh, very well. I'll go with you. you go first. And bring that. We might need it as evidence.
Look, maybe we should phone the police.
Oh, if it is a burglar, he'll have ransacked the place by the time they get here. There he is. You grab him. I'll go and phone the police.
What's up?
I think you may have a burglar. You go and help Michael while I phone the police.
God, it's not the case yours again, is it?
Be careful.
Get off, you dickhead!
What's going on?
Hey, help me open down. Dad, will you tell him?
Dad?
Yeah, that's right.
This is your dad. I'm sorry, mate. The old woman across the road said...
Oh, just forget it, eh? You left the bathroom window open. I was trying to get in.
I could have sworn I closed that.
No hard feelings, eh, mate? I'm Mike. I live next door to you.
You know, we don't make mistakes, I suppose. I'm Carl.
Right. You better go after Mrs. Crosby. We'll have the police helicopters landing on your roof in a minute.
What are you up to, Carl?
Well, that's very nice, isn't it? Isn't anyone pleased to see me?
Yeah, of course we are.
Well, that's good, because I'm back for good.
Hi.
You're never going to believe this.
What?
Looks like Penny's found herself a new chap.
Found herself a boyfriend already?
It would seem so, yeah.
Our local nightclub entrepreneur.
Well, not that weird Oscar man.
No, Barry Grant.
Barry Grant? How'd you know?
He was there when we called in.
So?
Penny was half dressed.
They were both looking rather dishevelled, and it was obvious they'd had very little sleep.
You should have seen the faces when we turned up at the door.
Well, good on her, that's what I say. It's about time she started living again.
But Barry Grant? It's hardly Penny, is it?
I think that's for Penny to decide.
I tell you what, there's no flies on that Barry Grant. He only went round there to deliver a TV.
Well, maybe it's been going on for a while.
You think so?
Well, perhaps that's why she was so keen to get a place of her own. And she did say he asked her out for a date once.
Yeah, and he did go out of his way to arrange that flat for her.
Good heavens.
Good sign, don't you think?
How do you mean?
Well, if she started to take an interest in other men, perhaps she started to take an interest in life generally.
You think so?
Seems so to me. Why don't you, pop over and break the scandal to Mum? You could ask for her forgiveness at the same time. Kill two birds with one stone.
Well, at least let me have a cup of tea first. I mean, this has been a bit of a shock to the system.
All right, then. One cup of tea, and then you're straight next door to sort this mess out.
Well, Barry Grant and Penny. Who'd have thought?
Do you fancy some cheese on toast, love?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great, Mum.
Never mind cheese on toast. What's all this about you being back here for good?
Eddie.
It's a fair question.
All in good time, eh, Dad?
No, I want to know now.
Give the poor lad a chance to have something to eat first.
So you're planning on staying here for a while, are you?
Well, for the foreseeable future. As if it's all right with you, I did write and tell you that.
And what made you decide this?
Me discharge. I'm officially out of the army, as of this week. I just want to make a fresh start.
A fresh start? We'd all love one of them, wouldn't we?
Oh, something you'd like to tell me?
You know what I mean. And what about Sarah and Rebecca, soft lad? Or have you conveniently forgotten you've got a wife and kid?
Of course I haven't. They've gone back to Sarah's mum's.
And have you told them all about this fresh start?
Just leave it, eh, Dad?
What do you plan to do for money?
I'll find something.
You'll find income support, that's what you'll find.
You don't have to tell me how hard it is.
And then how do you think you'll be able to pay for all your fancy clothes then, eh? When you're supporting a wife and kid on £30 a week or whatever it is these days?
I've only been back 5 minutes and you're already laying into me.
Well, someone's got to try and talk some sense into you, eh?
I can sort things out for myself.
I believe that when I see it.
Is it all right if I have a shower, Mum?
Of course it is, love, but what about your toast?
I'll have it when I come down.
What's he like, eh? He doesn't know the meaning of the word responsibility.
Just leave it for now, eh? Our main concern should be getting him and Sarah back together.
Just these, please, Jack. How are you getting on?
As well as can be expected, I suppose.
I went to see him yesterday. Sent me a visiting order.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he seemed fine.
Well, if he can have visitors now, how come he hasn't asked for me to go in and see him?
To be honest with you, Jack, I think he thought you seeing him in there would upset you too much.
He
couldn't upset me any more than he already has. Oh, well, I'll make a phone call when I go home, try and arrange a visit.
Look, Jack, this is a really awful thing to have to tell you. But he told me he doesn't want to see you until he gets out.
What, for the whole 9 months? Why not?
He genuinely thinks that it'll be best for both of you.
I just don't understand this after everything we've gone through lately. I mean, it's not as if him going into prison came as any big shock, you know. We were both prepared for it deep down.
Look, I know the next few months are going to be a bit of a struggle for you. So if you're ever strapped for cash, don't hesitate to ask.
Well, that's really good of you. But I've coped without Jimmy plenty of times before. I've always managed in the past. I'm sure this time won't be any different.
Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me, eh?
Thanks, Barry.
Don't suppose you've come in to offer me a pay rise?
No, don't suppose I have. See you, Jack.
Yeah, Charlotte. Are you going straight home once Ron gets here?
Yeah, why? Hey, why don't you pop back with us, have some tea? We've got plenty in.
Thanks. That'll make a nice change.
Hi. You look very nice.
Oh, thanks. Hi, Chris.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, fine, thanks. And yourself?
Fine.
Going anywhere special tonight?
Just for a drink.
Well, do you fancy a cup of tea or something before we dash off?
I wouldn't say no.
We haven't really got time, Mum. It only takes 5 minutes to have a cup of tea. Come on through, Chris. Make yourself at home. Hello.
Hi.
Sit yourself down. Excuse the mess. I've just been doing a bit of sewing. You've met Chris before, haven't you? She's a lecturer at Beth's College.
You don't look old enough to be a lecturer.
You haven't seen me first thing in the morning.
I'll put the kettle on. It's me. Oh, here's trouble. See your girlfriend's car is outside. Please, Rachel. Hiya.
Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Oh, not too bad, thanks.
Hello, Mum. Dad's got something he'd like to say to you. Go on.
I'm sorry.
Would be even better if you could sound as though you actually meant it. All I want is a proper apology, and then you can move back in. It's as simple as that.
This is ridiculous.
Dad.
I refuse to apologise for something I feel absolutely no remorse over. I was merely voicing my opinion.
Oh, I think your father's made his feelings perfectly clear. Why do you both have to be so stubborn?
Can I help you?
Is Margaret in?
No, she doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, right. You know where she's moved to?
Yeah, Bosnia.
What?
Long story.
Thanks, anyway. See ya.
So, looks like it's back to Hotel Farnham, then.
Hey, you're just going to jump me again, are you?
Oh, sorry about that, mate. I feel lost.
Forget about it. Hey, you've just been looking for that redhead who used to live over there. I had a bit of a fling with her last time I was at home.
Hey, Margaret?
Yeah, do you know her?
Yeah? She used to be engaged to my uncle.
Have I put my foot in it?
No, you're all right. Just a bit surprised, that's all. Just kept that one quiet.
Was it my imagination? Or was your little sister suddenly being very polite to me in there?
I had a talk with her and told her she was acting like a real cow lately. So I asked her to give me a bit of space, or else.
Oh, whatever you said seems to have worked.
Yeah, well, the next big thing is telling Mum about us. I've decided I'm going to do it. It's just finding the right moment. You know, it's like a hotel in there sometimes. There's always someone in the way.
All right, Beth.
Hi.
Who's she?
That's Beth Jordash. She lives next door to you.
I think I'm going to enjoy living around here.
Didn't take you long to get over Margaret, did it?
Now, there's no point trying over spilled milk, is there? Especially when you've got someone like her living next door. What's her name again?
It's Beth. I went over there for a little bit last year. To be honest with you, mate, I think she's a bit frigid.
You didn't?
No, as I say, she's a bit young for me.
Well, in that case, if I'm not stepping on anyone's toes, I'll get in there.
You fancy yourself, don't you?
What do you reckon about her, mate?
Well, she's all right, like, I wouldn't say no. I think it's one of Beth's lecturers.
Well, you can have a mate then, and I'll have Beth.
Yeah, all right then. Think I could go for the older woman.
Are you sure this Beth isn't already seeing anyone?
Well, not that I know of. I haven't seen her with any fellas for ages. Well, do you fancy your chances then?
Too right. If I'm not seeing her by this time next week, then I'm losing me touch.
Oh, is that a fact?
I'm telling you, mate, she'll be all over me like a rash.
Just watch and learn.
If you plan to catch up with events on the Close in the Weekend Omnibus, a quick reminder that because of our live coverage of Glyndebourne this Saturday, just for this week, Brookside will be moving to 5:05 on Sunday.
Are you